This week on Nintendo No, let's look at a pretty cool developer. It seems as if Nintendo have many second-party developers, which almost exclusively make games for Nintendo due to their close relationship. And today we'll look at a pretty interesting one, Alpha Dream. Even if you're a fan of Nintendo, I wouldn't blame you for not knowing who this developer are by name, but you'll certainly know some of their work. Alpha Dream are most notable for developing all of the Mario and Luigi RPGs. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's start from the beginning. As is the way with many small Japanese studios specialising in RPGs, Alpha Dream is headed and founded by a formerly prominent figure within Squaresoft. In this case, it was founded at the turn of the millennium by former president of Square, Tetsuo Mizuno. Based in Tokyo, Japan, originally named Alpha Star, the first game would set some of the precedent for how the developer would mean to go on. The game, called Koto Battle Tengai no Mori Butter, had a strong resemblance to the Pokemon trading card game also released for the Game Boy Color 2 years before, but took a more in-depth approach to the gameplay with 3 cards at a time being used to battle multiple opponents, using a 20-card deck. In the game you play as a boy who aspires to join a group of battlers who acts as shaman to the world with their use of the cards, known as Kotodama in the game. This game would never see a release outside of Japan despite the critical praise it gained. Their second game, a Game Boy Advance RPG, was co-developed alongside Graphic Research. It was given the quirky name of Tomato Adventure and was directed by Chihiro Fujioka of Super Mario RPG, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest and Legends 3 fame. The game, originally to be called Gimmickland, has a plot equally as strange as its name, as the player controls a character called DeMille, who finds himself in the village of Kabo, which the tomato haters, known as droppers, are bound to until they change their way. DeMille has to go on an adventure to save his girlfriend. The battle system would lay the foundation for the successful formula of the Mario and Luigi games, as it mixed classic RPG combat with fun minigames, which keep the player active. This proved much of a success. Despite this, the game would yet again be Japan only. Alpha Dream would go on to release their first worldwide game after this, in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga for the GBA, and it was quite a success, setting up the series for its presence up until this day. The game would use colourful visuals similar to that seen in their prior game, and was certainly a very inventive new take on Mario in the RPG genre. They would take a break from this series though after its debut game, instead working on 2 consecutive Hamtaro games which surprisingly aren't very easily summed up due to quite the overblown plots, based around a magical rainbow umbrella and Hamster Olympics. Possibly the funniest details of these games though were that they were actually published by Nintendo, with Miyamoto actually being a producer on both games. They would return their focus to Nintendo's Italian duo with the release of the Superstar Saga follow-up Partners in Time for the Nintendo DS, in which puzzles and minigames utilise both the fully grown version of the Mario brothers and their younger selves. This released first in America in November 2005, bucking the trend for Nintendo games of being released first in Japan, and gained more praise for the second-party developer, who were quickly becoming a key asset to Nintendo's handheld strategy. After developing 2 more games based on the Hamtaro anime, they would make a 3rd installment of the Mario and Luigi series, Bowser's Inside Story. Said to be by many the best game in the series as of yet, with the awesome feature of being able to fully control Bowser, not limited to just battles, a first in any game. This game would funnily enough be the first Mario and Luigi RPG that Miyamoto didn't feature in at all, not even in a producer role. Alpha Dream's next game wouldn't actually be a Hamtaro game as you may well have been expecting, but nevertheless it was pivotal that it included a cute animal, it seems, and thus they released Postpaid DS in 2009, and the game was designed by Kenichi Ishii, who is actually a key figure in another partner of Nintendo called Skip, with he actually being the person who designed both Chibi Robo and Captain Rainbow. Moving into the current generation, Alpha Dream would create Mario & Luigi Dream Team for the Nintendo 3DS to coincide with the year of Luigi, which gained middling to good reviews despite not quite capturing the imagination of fans as much as its predecessors did. But with the development of Mario & Luigi Paper Jam, the crossover between Nintendo's 2 main Mario RPG series being developed by the team, things look to be as strong as ever for Alpha Dream. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Nintendo No. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, please do tell me whether you enjoyed this type of Nintendo No episode about a developer and not an unreleased game. It was certainly refreshing and fun to make, and please do tell me which developers you'd like to see me cover. Thank you all very much, and bye bye.